Maybe at a beach, outdoors, watching sports, baseball, outdoors, hanging with friends. And what does that mean? Mosquitoes are going to be outside and ticks are going to be outside. You don't have to be camping. I used to camp all the time. This is something called BiteBlocker. It's the set of 5 mosquito and tick repellent spray. Super exciting because it's brand new today. And when you think about the bug repellent spray that you have you been using the same brand for forever and ever and ever and ever? Well, guess what? Science has moved on. Things have changed. There's another way to get those ticks away, get those mosquitoes away, and you don't have to use that chemical called DEET.
Right.
You can use something different and be able to be protected from mosquitoes and ticks. And this is Mark Lubragge. Nice
Hello
to see
again.
you, my friend.
Always good to see you.
Mark Lubragge brings us great solutions to problems that we might have, challenges that we have, and to live our best life, because that's my theme today. It's 2 easy payments of $12.33 for a lot. Come on in for what you're going to get, because you're going to get 3 full-on 6-ounce BiteBlockers, and then 2 of the 0.5 ounces. So these are going to go in a backpack. They're going to go in a car. You don't ever want to be without it. It's F13673. The easy pay on this goes away at the end of the day. Now, I asked Mark Lubragge. I said, okay, so this is BiteBlocker.
Right.
I have been using the same bug spray since 1902.
So have I.
So, yeah, why am I looking at this one?
No, it's great, and I threw mine away when I finally saw this one. You're right, the science finally caught up. It was like since the 40s that DEET was developed that we've been using, right? We've been using it because there was no other alternative. This is effective and safe and derived from the wild tomato plant. So there's not that heavy chemical DEET in there. It's DEET-free completely, but it's EPA registered, and that's really important. It's EPA registered to be safe and effective. That's not something they hand out with any regularity, really. It has to be proven. In fact, this was discovered. They discovered that this plant had that ability back in 2001. They didn't know what to do with it. They knew they were onto something, but they couldn't harness it. Years went by before the BiteBlocker scientists got involved and found a way to harness it to use it for a repellent for us, to get mosquitoes away from you for 4.5 hours, ticks away from you for 2 hours. And then, of course, years of testing and years of review and years of research. Now it's EPA registered for use.
And the great thing is that EPA registration, you said, is a big deal.
Yeah.
I can use it on my skin, but
Totally.
I can also use it on clothes.
On clothes, on gear, yeah. I mean, it's safe to use on all of those. So look, if you're out gardening, yes, you have gloves, but they still have to find a way to get up inside. So you spray your arm, you spray the glove entrance as well. You spray your pant legs as well. You spray around your hat. You saw in the video, all those areas, not only on yourself, on your kids. You're going out, you mentioned watching sporting events.
Always.
Sitting in a park, we're going to watch fireworks. Why not spray the towel? So then you're keeping the bugs, you're creating this extra layer of protection. You're creating this zone, this almost like this force field around you completely. So spray the chair if you're going to go out and watch soccer. I mean, there's so many things you can do in addition to your body. But what I personally love about it is just it's so portable.
You know what? I think we have a graphic with the 2. It's ticks as well as mosquitoes. I believe we have a graphic. Maybe, Sean?
Yes.
F13673 is your item number on this. And it's not just 1 hour or 2 hours or 3 hours. It's more than that for mosquitoes.
For mosquitoes, it's 4.5 hours. It'll repel your average mosquito for 4.5 hours. So that's a whole soccer game and hanging out with friends or watching the fireworks. And for ticks, it's a full 2 hours. And we know, you know the dangers of ticks, of tick bites. You know the dangers of potential dangers of mosquito bites. And just the annoyance of sitting outside and constantly slapping yourself. You don't have to do that because you have this zone where they're not even going to approach you.
So 3 of these, so already 3 of the 6 ounces and then 2 of the 0.5 ounces, brand new today. We are shopping emporium that happens to be on TV. You can go up the street and buy something that's going to be a tick and mosquito repellent. The reason that you're coming here is that it does have that EPA approval.
Registration. Yeah, it's registered.
And then here's what it repels.
Yeah, and there's only a handful of products that carry that moniker, that EPA registration. But it is registered, safe and effective to keep mosquitoes away from you, to repel them for up to 4.5 hours and ticks for up to 2 hours. I've never been comfortable spraying a DEET product on not myself per se, but my son, right? It's always been a trouble of mine, but there was really never a better alternative. And now there is, because again, it's taken from wild tomatoes. It's an oil in the leaves and stems of the tomato plant that repel. Naturally, the plant has a natural defense to repel those mosquitoes for 4.5 hours.
And in the same way that, we're trying to eat cleaner foods, right? So there are things with preservatives, or you eat cleaner foods, or you've got regular produce, and then you've got organic. This is that additional step. the truth is that, you know, there's like a wise woman or a grandma saying, when you know better, you do better. So you can use something that is like DEET and has that chemical in it, or you can advance with science and use something that is without DEET, that is from wild tomato plants, that actually is going to repel mosquitoes and ticks effectively. And that's what's great. Is, you know, we've got moms out there who are making their kids' own baby foods. Like, if you want something that is the EPA registration, as well as, it's a registration, you say?
EPA registered, yes.
Registration. And not everything has that,
No,
right?
in fact, the CDC recommends if you're going to use a tick repellent, use one that's EPA registered. And not it's only a handful of active ingredients that they put that on, that they give a registration to, and this is one of them.
And that's why we're looking to this. That's why we're not going to be reaching for the thing that's filled with chemicals, and we know that we're like, oh, we don't have any other option. We have an option now, and that option is here. And that option, when you're looking at 5 easy payments of $4 and change, that means each one of these is less than $5. It's F13673. The first day, it's brand new today, only 2,100 remain. If you're going to go outside and make the choice to protect yourself from mosquitoes and ticks in a way that is like the cleanest way that we possibly can these days, right?
Sure.
We're looking for cleaner food. We're looking for cleaner fruits and vegetables. We're, you know, moving away from processed. This is that same genre, but doing it with something you're putting on your skin and your clothes and the skin of the kids that you love, your family members, to protect them. Thank you, Mark Lubragge. I appreciate it. So we're going to